Amnian Nights, etc. We are back to the shrine. We had just thought unpleasant creatures beneath the ground. Got the sword, placed it into the statue, and a beacon of light shone for a minute or two before fading, and a voice had been heard by each of the group. Can you recall what was said, anyone?
Not the exact words,
It said, "Have a
but it was
level up."
something like that our contact has been acknowledged. She would meet us at Ashberta, and I very distinctly remember the sign-off, Death to Sendax.
Death to Sendax. So yeah, moments later, you are still stuck there. I love the speedy lines all over Asha, even though you just stood there now. She's like,
She's just sitting there, super jittery.
Nothing unusual then.
why Hades?
Death to Kronos.
I haven't played 2 yet.
Well, it's just in the trailer.
But yeah, you stand there bleeding. Some of you. Ash is doing fine. What do you want to do?
We should get back, shouldn't we? As soon as possible. We're only going to be in more danger out here. And she said she'd meet us there or contact us there.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, you would all have a very real in-character awareness, but you had just been fucking Avatar-style spirit portal into a big beam into the sky for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
You believe that? She said.
Zuko's looking for us. Let's go.
She said death to Sendax. Is she already moving against him, do you think?
I don't know, but speaking of moving, we should be. She's gonna start like jittering her way ahead.
Who is leading the way back to town?
I ain't doing that shit.
I mean, Asher seems to be, although I know
she's
that's
so
not
fast.
usually the
In
way.
speed, if not in observation.
I am sure Sarah will take charge very shortly.
She's trying to keep up, I think. I think you're faster. Which is
I am
definitely
but
annoying
like,
the crap out of her.
If I see that you guys are lagging behind, I'll start doing the like.
She's jogging on the spot.
Double back thing, yeah.
Oh,
I can certainly try.
She's like a dog on a walk.
Yeah.
When we were, oh dear, when we were told about the direction that the delivery was coming from to that guy, was that in this direction or from a different entrance to the city, like a different direction?
That was in a different direction.
Okay, I'll just like should my eyes be peeled for carts and whatnot? But no, we're just booking it.
Sarah's too concerned looking at Asher going back and forth and kind of jogging in place, and she gets distracted and she can't see shit.
I also, like, in real life cannot see shit because the glare on my screen is so severe from the sun coming in this window.
Close the blinds. There's not house pants and a giant jasmine.
Listen, we're here now. I'm just making do.
Siri, you feel confident that you are heading in the right direction, back towards town. But the rain is really heavy. There's a lot on your mind. And soon you find yourselves on a familiar road, but not one that you expected to be on this leg back to town. Can you please roll me a d20, Gija?
I don't know. Is that one of the good ones? One of extra treasure, magical items, a unicorn.
Five's not famous for being extra treasure.
Okay, yeah, you are moving along through the woods, trying
Oh,
to
dear.
find your way back onto the path you've been before. It becomes apparent that you have been led astray.
I'm sorry. I thought it was this way, but this does not look familiar at all.
What do we do? Do we turn back? Also, I just assumed that we were heading north, but everyone's moving down. So whatever.
We are all really lost.
That's how lost we are.
Isn't there a giant glowing thing in the sky?
I don't remember this bridge.
There is a giant glowing purple mass
Can we
over
not
so
just-
much of the town, yeah.
Like Samuel L. Jackson in the Avengers. Like, is the sun up? Put it on the left. Can we not just orient ourselves based on like the giant thing that has always been a constant?
I
in the sky?
imagine the ability of doing that well is what's wrapped up in a survival role, and I've got news for you. It churns and it seems to move.
All right.
Okay, we're blaming Cora then, because
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
who I
we-
would have sent up to, assess. And
Okay, yeah. After a while, you manage to find yourself. You regain your bearings from your encounter with the giant zombies around here, and you become acquainted once more with the direction you need to head.
Which is south, right?
Sure.
I feel like when we fought the giant zombies,
It's
we
it's
came in
actually
from the
well. I just
bottom.
put you on this map heading down from the north. I think if you want to get real specific, you want to be going northeast at the moment, but you're fine. Asha,
Yeah.
as you're walking along in these woods, your character would have, even if your ignorant player has missed it several times, have noticed something that I now will obnoxiously bring out in front of you so you
Okay,
can't
sorry.
possibly miss it.
The I did say. Yeah. Well, I will get distracted and try and go over to that.
Yeah.
Does it flee like normal?
He just hovers for a moment.
I'm gonna reach out and try and just like. Hello. Try and.
As you touch it, it obviously everybody else just sees Asha having some strange Disney princess moment. But yeah, it fades.
Cool.
Are you quite all right, Asher?
Yeah. It's been a long day. Long set of days. The long days keep happening. Yep.
But yeah, another.
Uh,
Oh, go on, Juja.
sorry, no, she's going the way we came, and now I'm concerned.
You're travelling along the road. Let's not worry about the cardinals on this travel scene. I'm not going to say, but unfortunately, you were sort of walking the wrong way.
I was trying to head northeast.
Yeah. Another.
What?
Go on.
No, I'm just following Asher, going like, "You sure it's this way?"
I mean, I'm pretty sure, just based on we've been here before.
We have.
Well, yeah.
We have.
Didn't we fight those big zombies here? Those like the really big guys.
Speaking of which, I don't
Yes.
see. So we should keep moving.
Yeah, you'd see a couple of huge corpses here.
Okay, good.
Ah, okay. Well,
Otherwise, it's like
They-
You
they-
saw,
ogre
you
zombie
saw a couple of
theoretically.
huge corpses here last time as well.
yeah, things like as long as they're not moving, we should bolt.
So yes, another couple of hours will take you
Oh, God.
to Ishberta, where
Sorry.
for town there's no assault happening at the gates this time. The guards are wary, and you're waved at from a distance. And they recognise you quite quickly, and you are allowed access back into the town. Where would we like to go in Ishberta?
The
Uh,
town square? Right?
Oh,
Did she mention it was just in Ashberta, right?
She said, "I'm heading to the town."
I feel like somewhere prominent in the town. I would assume that that's like the main square, but
well, I'm not loading that scene again because it killed Gigi's computer. But if you want to go to the town square, we can say, yes, you go to the town square
well, Jim,
where people are. Yes.
hold that thought just a sec.
Fuck me. Go on.
The town square is not like it's not 100%. I would put it to the group like probably somewhere prominent, right? Like the square or something pokey uppy, or like is there somewhere like if you were
The top of the
someone-
church.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea. Where
But she communicated to our minds, so she can probably find us rather than us find her.
did she communicate to our minds?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all received a
Yeah.
psychic message.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Where do you think is a good meeting place then? If you were
Maybe we
summoned...
just. We don't know how long she will take to arrive. Maybe we just somewhere undercover, rest, eat something warm, bandage our wounds.
All right. It's back to the inn?
By the town, just in case, by the town center, just in case something is happening there.
Okay.
Okay. The town square, they are recovering from the attack still. They are fixing windows and doors, holes in roofs, still collecting dead, still mopping up undead, still trying to repair some of the blast damage to the gazebo, trying to sweep up Kesha, general maintenance and disaster attack recovery. The inn, as you head on to the inn afterwards, is as you have often found it.
Damn it, I was hoping to see some cute little mice. The mice absence is noted.
There are no mice. No mices.
Wow, Asher doesn't want to be friends, I guess.
I genuinely didn't see that there was a table there. I just went to our usual table. But I will stop and turn around and join you at this new table.
Sire, a cursory glance around and reading the room, you see that people seem to be not in better spirits, especially given what just happened, but people seem a little less actively exhausted today so far. Get the sense that despite the events of yesterday, people have managed to get a bit more of a rest than maybe they usually have.
How are the children?
Present, and for the purposes of not having to do kid voices, all asleep at the moment.
Oh,
They're
they
all
sleep.
in a medically induced coma, so they don't have to see all the horrors.
At least the mood seems a little bit lifted. How long, I guess.
Don't suppose
Does
we
anyone
should...
want any beverages or food?
I mean, it couldn't hurt. Any chance we get, although I think they might still be relatively low on stocks.
I'll fetch some drinks for the table. Something nourishing. Like ale.
Like ale. Yeah, for a handful of silver, you can pick up refreshment. And Julius
So
will
what now? We wait?
bring it over. There's much to report from outside.
Nothing so far.
If
It's actually
anything,
getting
it's
quiet out there.
very quiet. I was going to say.
Let's tentatively take that as a good sign. But we
Quiet
didn't
day
see...
here as well. Perhaps the tide is beginning to turn.
I would remain tentative about it, though. I don't want to get our hopes up, but we didn't spot any undead in our most recent excursion.
Any at all?
I'd be correct in saying it, though we didn't see any, right? Indeed. But it's possible that we were simply in the wrong place to have seen them. So, like I say, it's hopeful at least.
Keep your watch up, though.
We will. It's been a good day for replenishing. I've seen people managing to sleep the last 6 hours or haven't seen sleep in days. Bolstered. Good. Anything else you need?
No, we're good. Thank you.
As he leaves, Sarah's going to lean a bit closer. Just so that this is for this table's ears only. Perhaps they retreated. If they got what they were looking for. That's what the general said, right? The lieutenant?
I don't think that's a good thing.
No. For those people, maybe. But not in the long term. Maybe they got what they needed from the city itself. And they've gone somewhere else.
Perhaps. I mean, they may still be rallying to assault again. We can't know, but I'm very hopeful. Since hopefully Lady Azuria will be here soon, that even if they do, hopefully we'll be in a strong position.
Julius approaches you, Obsidian. I've noted your habits these last days. The fire is burning low. Would you care for me to add Some logs.
I am not sitting by the fire now. I don't.
I was not sure if that was because it was not suitable.
It's quite all right. No need on my account.
Very well, your companions have taken refreshment. Would you have anything?
Perhaps in a moment.
Very well.
Asher continues to be jittery. The impatience is starting to get to her as well.
What's going through our minds as we're just sat here?
Asher's realizing, like, depending on where she's coming from, it could be like months out.
Where was
She's
the
not
last
wanting
place?
to say that out loud, you know?
We'd heard that she was somewhere that's north of us, right? How far was that away?
You.
Pretty
That's where they
far.
disappeared.
Yeah.
You knew they were making a path, and then just. I think they left Priya Pearl. Were expected to arrive in Easting by the path they'd been taken, but just never did. I believe they'd gone Westgate, Eversalt, Priya Pearl, follow on the road to the Kionfar, but then just vanished.
I think we need to figure out what it is that they took. Whether that is a visit to the mayor of the town or just to ask around. Whatever it is, it must be important, at least to them.
Yeah. Should we go talk to the mayor then? Is it mayor? Was he called something else?
I've referred to them as the mayor and the alderman.
Elderman, that was
Elderman, yeah.
Hargreaves. But as you're taking lunch and refreshment and chat here, I will invoke a short rest.
Thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
And yeah, you eat. Well, I don't know. Maybe Obsidian eats in the end, I'm not sure. But yeah, you eat, you rest, you take some time to work out your next moves. And you are resolving to go and see Mayor Elderman.
Mayor Elderman.
Mayor Elderman, the oldest man in the village.
Do you think I need to use make another temporal glimpse?
What would you be asking?
I don't know. I just feel a little lost.
I think that's a bad idea.
Yes, I had actually. I had kind of forgotten about that whole thing.
That's wild that you could just put that out of your mind.
I was too busy thinking in practical terms.
Yeah. I mean,
My intelligence may be high, but my whiz is low.
yeah, I think now there's too much risk if you come face to face with anyone, you know?
Indeed.
It might be just here where his influences are very high.
If we go talk to the alderman, I doubt he's gonna be like, yes, someone reported this stolen in all this like chaos. What we're probably gonna have to do is like enlist, like ask him to lend us like people from the town or guard to go from house to house, you know, asking if something was stolen. Otherwise, we'll never find out. I doubt anyone in this chaos would have reported it just independently.
That's a great idea.
We're gonna have to canvas.
What about he nods to the redhead on the corner? We could ask her.
What do I remember about her again?
Iana, she is a travelling novice adventurer. She struck up a friendship with Kesha. And she has been she was a fair fighter in the encounter outside the gates when you arrived.
Okay.
And she was just travelling around here and got stuck, same as you.
Maybe we can give her some coin and she can ask around. I'm not saying we don't go to Major Elderman and maybe he doesn't want to be stirring panic.
We could ask. You want to go talk to her?
Yeah, I'm not good at first impressions, but I can. What do you
We
think?
already talked to her?
Yeah, we've met her,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, you've like
Yeah. We fought together.
You've drank with her, you fought.
Yeah.
So it'd be second or third impressions.
I don't know. She thought, but you were being chatty, and made you fucking ghosted her for a couple of days. You even sat in the same room, didn't even acknowledge her. She thinks you're all right.
No,
Listen,
I
I'll be
think
honest, I forgot that she existed.
I'm gonna retroactively say that Sarah has been nodding her way. It's just
Nodded, yeah.
you know she.
Yeah.
Well, she's hanging with people. She's not alone in a corner. You know.
She's been given. But has Sarah been given up nods or down nods?
Upland.
Ooh.
Always up nod.
Okay. Yeah,
nod.
if you want to be an up nodder, sure.
It doesn't matter which one you'd have said. He was going to say that anyway.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you think
Well.
you're better, Vanna? Okay.
Okay. Just do you really know how to trigger my social anxiety, DM?
I mean,
I was like, all these people have been giving up nods now. Yeah. Okay. Well, is Asher following soon?
Oh, yeah.
I've not even started playing the sound effects I've been farming for you all week.
What?
So she will do an up node and then a down node and then just do a little bit of this. Yeah.
Walks up like she's having a seizure.
She gives
Can we?
a little wave as she sort of pulls herself away from a conversation she's been listening to and just shuffles along the bench across the table, sort of turn to you all, still sat down, and say, I hear you've been on adventures beyond town's porters.
Yeah.
Did you see a bright light coming from the outside?
I didn't, but I heard a couple of the guards mention it. They saw a flash of light.
Strangely quiet out there today. But listen, we were wondering, hold on just a second. Over the table, Jija, you were wanting to like enlist her in like going from house to house with us, or what were you wanting to do?
Well, first we could maybe ask her if she's heard anything. Because she clearly has some. She's hanging with locals.
She's in with the crowd.
She's been here for a bit. She's hanging with locals. Maybe like we can tell her. I think we can tell her that what we heard in the town square when we were fighting, which was that guy, big honcho boss man, kind of go, we have it. Let's fuck off. So I think we can tell her that, and that we're just sort of following that up.
I'm gonna. Okay. To Chicky, I'm gonna say, have you heard anything about something getting stolen from any houses in the town?
You mean people looting the houses of the dead?
No. Well, not necessarily no. So not a no exactly, but I don't know if it's also
I can
a
see
yes.
it's going to be one of these conversations.
Listen, we think that most recent kerfuffle in the town square was because they were looking for something, and we think they maybe found it. And so we're just wondering. We were gonna speak to the alderman, but we're hoping to see if anyone. If you just heard anyone, report anything missing, or anyone's talking about like, oh man, I got home and my prized,
Chicken.
something was gone.
I have not heard anything along those lines. Mainly just talking to Marjorie about her husband. And gestures to the older woman over the table.
Aye.
But other than that, nothing along the lines of prized possessions being stolen.
Not even necessarily prized. Why? What's up with her husband?
Oh, it's just idle complaint. The woman just like, oh, I'm just idly complaining. His shifts always run long, but I feel like I never get to see him now. He was supposed to just be doing a 12-hour stint, but they keep them running, and hopefully we got wasted a good casserole. And it was obviously terribly frightening when the attack came yesterday. We live so close to the town square after all, but I'm sure that the warden will wrap up whatever's happening soon, and he'll be allowed to come home, and it'll probably reheat. It might works well. It'll be good.
Asher's kind of like, yeah.
I
your
made quite a
husband-
bit if you want. I can dish you up some. I know you're off on your jaunts. I can send you all with a warm lunch.
What?
It's gonna be wasted otherwise.
Absolutely. How
Oh,
close?
well, I'll go.
Do you? I'll come with you. I'll help carry it back. You live close to the town square?
Yes.
What, like north of it, or?
I don't really know. It's on Piety
Upwards
Lane.
on the map.
Piety Lane. Piety Lane. I'm on.
Okay.
I think if well, tell me something that's north. Which end of the town is north?
I will try and describe.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, no. And she describes that she lives to the south.
Okay. Well, either way, I'll come with you. I'd love to hear about. I'm so interested in that prison. Your husband works with the warden, does he?
Oh, he's worked there for 17 years.
Yeah. Only recently he's been pulling long shifts.
Well, no, the last few weeks since this all occurred. Before that, no, regular as clockwork.
Yeah. Do they have a lot of prisoners that they've suddenly taken in?
Well, there was an initial burst of panic when the sky went the way it did, but this is a Sperta. By and large, people have behaved in a most upstanding way. This isn't Neverwinter.
Right. Yeah. I assume we're walking to her house while we're talking about this. Is Sarah coming along with me? Or we?
Sarah's carrying the casserole. She's got biceps.
Fucking made you think it is. It's my paving slab of sausage casserole. Yep, you make it to a small, unremarkable little house. It's clear from looking around, just seeing effects, but the husband is of a similar age. We are both, for a fairly medieval period, probably quite in the twilight of their lives. And yeah, she takes the tray, takes two servings out and covers them, and gives you the rest of the tray. I would thank you for the tray back when you're done. My mother bought that tray when she was in Waterdeep. All the way in Waterdeep. It's a Waterdavian casserole dish.
We're
Is it?
good.
Since I'm from Waterdeep, is it actually?
It's a glass casserole
Oh, okay.
dish.
I was just wondering if it's like of some, make us like.
It hasn't got like Xanathar.
Your mother
in-
lied. Okay. You guys been ever talk about what's keeping him so long lately? Did they somehow nab a bunch of undead there and they're keeping him there? Or what's,
Well, he hasn't been home to tell me yet.
Since this all started?
No, since he went to work yesterday.
Oh,
I said this.
right. I more meant like his long shifts as of late.
Well, the shifts have been a little longer, but, he hasn't missed dinner.
So really just this most recent shift.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Looks to Siri like,
I thought she was saying like since this whole thing started, it'd been different.
no. All you can think about is casserole.
It's true. It smells amazing.
Sorry,
really
what's the
excited.
name of your husband?
Albert.
And what does he do precisely?
He's a guard in the prison.
I think so. You work in
And
the
a rather
prison. He's a
senior
god.
one, actually. Once you've been there for 10 years, they give you a helmet signifying your service, and he gets to wear a special helmet now. A lot of the other guards look up to him.
He must be a very respectable man. And have you tried visiting the prison? See what's keeping him so long?
How embarrassing would that be for him?
I see.
He's there doing important work, trying to keep Sperta safe, and I'm knocking at the door about cold casserole. No, box.
Well, you're trying to keep a very... No, I think you are seeing it in I see it in a different light. You're doing your service to a sport and making sure that this man is properly fed. Everyone knows that people work better when they're properly fed.
They know this. The warden, for all his foibles, he keeps them well fed, on the clock, well rested. He's
What do you
Well.
make of the warden? We met him, you know.
he's a miserly fellow, isn't he?
Miserly.
Oh, yes. You'll get no jape.
He struck me as very jaunty almost, like, you know, a little
I
flamboyant even.
I know, dear, but I think your head's a bit in the clouds, isn't it?
Perhaps so. He was dressed very colorfully for the area, I thought.
Well, if he hasn't returned in the morning, drop us a little note. We can check on him for you and it save you the embarrassment.
Albert, I was concerned you didn't come home. I didn't want to embarrass you by coming and checking on you, so I hired mercenaries.
Oh no, we have
No.
to check out there anyways. We were sent to talk to the warden by you know, by the alderman anyways. We can stop back by now.
Alderman Hargreaves.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did I mention this smells wonderful? Really does. I'm so excited to eat this. It's really, really generous of you to share this with us.
To Sire, in not at all an actual whisper, so your friend appears to be rather a knucklehead. You seem to have a measure of what's going on there, yes?
Shh. She's actually quite clever. I think it's been a long day. We were outside, and we fought a giant spider, and it was terrible. But this casserole makes it worth it. Listen, NPC. I will use her name because I'm sure she's said it. What's her name?
Mrs. Flitworth.
Mrs. Flitworth. I am a warrior. I worry. Worry. So.
She looks at your sword from a... Oh! I thought you said warrior.
It's a strange accent. It settled in my tongue before I met my foster parents, and it's been like this ever since. I would very appreciate if
You're
you
adopted.
could. I am.
She reaches into her robe and pulls something out, which she wraps out and offers you a hard-boiled sweet. Carry on.
It's thank you. By a wonderful family, I may add.
Takes the sweet.
Very loving. So if it would do me a great service and peace of mind if I just knew your Albert had come home eventually. Would you do me the kindness of just sending word?
Yes, if you the tavern.
Yeah, just tell Yana, and Yana will I'm sure we'll catch up with her at some point if we don't see you. She is.
Yeah, by this point you've reached the tavern. And she sits back down and just carries on nattering, complaining about her absent husband to the guard sat nearby.
As we leave her, I will say to Asher, that was very strange. I was sure we were going to help her carry the casserole, but then it seemed that the casserole was there and she wanted to feed us the casserole, and now we've come back with it over here.
Yeah, man, she's clearly very distracted by her husband being gone for so long.
Is there enough casserole to feed the children, and Obsidian and Pip?
You haven't looked around that corner, have you? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6
I
kids
have
around there.
They're very small.
We've
They
all
can have a
got
lick.
worms. Yeah, sure. There's enough casserole.
She's a
Mrs.
nana.
Flitworth. No, she meal preps. She cooks in bulk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Just
3
carry
weeks
the
worth of
casserole.
that.
Exactly. So there's dinner served for Pip and Obsidian, and whatever remains will be given to the kids by a Jono. I'm calling him Jono. Is his name Jono?
Yeah, no.
No, this guy. It's not Jono. You know, you could just put the names down there.
Oh, Julius.
Yeah, so close.
Yeah, now you know his name, I will make it so you can mouse over. Oh no, what's tickled Gija? She's gone.
Sometimes I'll catch my dyslexia before someone else. So.
So, what next?
What have Pip and Obsidian been up to? We've been gone for an hour and eating casserole for an hour.
An hour. Hey.
Anything of note, or just resting and taking it in?
Probably so. For Obsidian.
Pip may have carried on working on a painting that he was meaning to work on, but didn't have any downtime in which to paint it. So he'll probably just stay at the table and break out a couple of paints and just carry on for the extremely long duration of casserole delivery.
And do we know what it is that he's painting at the moment, or will be revealed in time?
Well, I have a couple that I've been working on, but the one he will be doing at the moment will be working on the painting of the Coatl that Sire requested.
Okay. So yeah, the group is reacquainted. What do we want to do?
Asher's just sitting there drumming her fingers on the table, staring off into space.
If you want to go visit the Major.
Sorry, what?
The other one.
Yeah. Yeah, we should go see him.
Sounds like a good enough place as any. If we're just waiting and we're not waiting in a specific place, we could always... It's perfectly fine for us to go visit, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you head across to the Elderman's house. Hargreave house.
Wait,
Oh,
before we go, I'm very aware that Obsidian's in the corner because apparently now I have this sort of sixth sense of called the Obsidian Compass.
And even as you were walking through town, you could sort of feel where, roughly, as you moved and navigated the town, you always had a bit of a gut feeling of what direction he was in.
So I feel like I know where he's in, and it kind of makes me feel even more sort of has he come over at all whilst we were gone?
Mr. Pitt.
Sorry?
Has he come over at all, talk to you whilst we were gone?
No, he's been keeping himself to himself, which is a pretty standard behavior, I would say.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll give him the option to come with us. Ah, Red Obsidian. I go. So we're thinking of going to see Major to ask if he knows what's been stolen from the town. Do you want to come with us?
Yes, all right. Let's keep moving. There's no telling where the voice choose to appear. So best we keep trying to do anything.
Yes, it's kind of awkward she didn't give us a timeline. Right. Here's the elder man.
Quick walk across the street. You come to Hargreave House, where the archer on the roof, recognizing you, doesn't take quite as aggressive a stance as he has before, but is still hands on his bow, ready to draw if needed. Pikeman steps forward, so, "What is your business?"
We need to talk to Hargreaves.
"You'll need to come back. The Alderman's not here."
Where is he?
"Attending to matters within the town."
Right, but he wasn't here last time we were here. He hasn't been here since the attack on the town square.
He was the first time. No, you saw him. He came to the town square. He was with the guards that turned up. At the
Okay.
end, he was at the town square.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think you've come back here since.
We came back at least
We did
since
once.
talking to him, and he also wasn't here. After we talked to the warden. And I was
Okay.
like, what the fuck is up with that guy? Let's go talk to Hargreaves. And then Hargreaves wasn't here.
Okay, well. The Alderman is attending to business within the town.
Where exactly?
Why is that so important?
Because we wish to meet with him.
Yeah, he kind of put us on a task, and we're trying to work details out with him.
He looks to the woman next to him and gives a bit of I heard that sort of nod. Maybe persuasion check with advantage, one of you. One of the two who was speaking.
I assume none of these were around here last time we were here?
With advantage!
With advantage!
Advantageously. Very well. There was an incident at the prison this morning. He's gone to speak to the warden about it, or give advice on it, or attend to it in some manner. He's slightly overdue, but he should be back in the next few hours, I would imagine, and we can send for you in the tavern then.
Hey man, are you in charge here? Like, can I be level with you? Or is there someone else like a little bit like who if of the guards here that has his best interests in mind, who should I talk to?
You can speak to me.
All right. Listen, so I don't know if you've heard anything about us. Maybe not, since you didn't seem to know who we were. But we are adventurers. We were hired specifically by the Adventurers Guild to come and help out this town.
I can know who you are and still not permit you to enter the manor when he is
I was
not
making
here.
sure you're up to speed, and also, we've all been fighting undead, so we're tired. So let's cut to the quick. We came across like a really alarming scene when sent on a task specifically to find the warden by the Hargreaves, this morning. And then went and talked to the warden. He was incredibly suspicious, and there is something happening at that prison. So I need you and all your buddies to just be a little alert for the if Hargreaves doesn't come back or comes back weird.
Suspicious in what regard?
Well, he's not like anyone has described him to be. He seems to be acting very out of character. There was a whole death scene at his house, which he seemed to know nothing about.
If it was
He denied.
attacked,
There was fresh blood in his house.
Specifically in his house, it looked like someone had died.
these things become chaotic situations. Tell me
All right, but
his behavior.
he's
Not aligning with...
flamboyant,
Descriptions?
nonchalant, jovial. Everyone describes him as definitely not that.
I thought you were jesting.
No, I'm being dead serious, man. This is the problem. I feel like I'm...
Some turn to morbid humours in dark times, I suppose.
No, I don't
It wasn't
think it's...
morbid.
Something is rotten at that prison, and now the alderman has gone down there and is late returning. I'm just trying to put... If the alderman walks back up here tomorrow, a changed man, I just want you to, like, be prepared to deal with it, is all I'm saying. If we're all on the same level...
A changed man in what manner? Having... what? Found a new god?
That could also be, a little suspicious. But yeah, no. Or, what if he's suddenly a vampire? What if he's magically changed? We don't know.
All we know
I
is that
need you
the
to have... I need you to have some genre awareness. I need you to just trust me and my fellow companions. We do this. We've been doing this for a while now. We've seen a lot of things out during our adventures, and I'm just telling you that something is wrong, and I think your alderman is in danger.
I appreciate the concern. We are not without our own resources here. We ensure that the alderman has garlic in every meal. He is protected and safeguarded. But
who is there with
we
him
will keep...
right now?
Did he go alone? Did you send guards with him?
He went with 8 of his knights.
Okay.
We cannot have the
There's
alderman of the town marching around during an attack by the undead, unguarded and unprotected.
Hey, man, no need to get shirty. It's your guy that's missing, all right? Like,
My shirt and doublets are firmly in place, thank you.
all right. Well,
there's a very concerned elder woman. Her husband is unreasonably late. He works at the prison. His name is Albert.
can you just do me a solid? Can you pass everything I've told you around to your fellow guards? Would that be all right?
Cassius up there would have heard it, so most of the town will know by noon.
Hi, Cassius.
He just gives there's a crack of lightning behind him. He just gives a nod.
Asher Vasher, nice to meet you.
I know.
Alright. I'm gonna turn to the group. So, should we take a wander over to the prison?
Yeah, it does feel like we're wasting time here.
It really, really does.
Why could you spare one of your soldiers, one of your guards? If the elder one is fine, he will return with reassuring words for you. And if he's not, we'll need all the help we can get.
I believe there's only 3 of us here.
Alright. Real talk, if I told you a burglar was breaking in the back, would you go and check it out, or would you argue with me that you're sure there isn't because you can't see it? Just a test question for you. Just a play scenario.
He looks.
Obsidian's walking.
It's like, Cassius, check it out.
Alright. I'm gonna turn and follow Obsidian as well. That guard was useless. She will say in frustration.
We are staying at the inn. If we are not there in the morning, send all your guards to the prison.
Very well.
And if we seem changed,
In a vague, non-specific way.
We seem jolly.
Yeah, overly jovial.
Hmm.
Okay. So we head to the detention center.
What's the British word for it? Jobsworth? That guy was a Jobsworth.
Well done, my love. I'm so proud of you.
That guy was a Jobsworth.
Yeah. Obsidian's like, nice to meet you. Everyone's like, oh my god. It is still raining, but the rain doesn't behave entirely as it should on this scene. So this amateur build scene, so I have deactivated it.
I mean, I would be very honest. I only have one mode, and that is direct confrontation. Are we going in and saying we know the elder man is here and we wish to speak to them immediately and will not take no for an answer, or is there a different way you want to play this?
Siri, I'll be honest. Normally, I am all for conversation. The talking, the persuading, the debating. I love it. However, we have a purple dragon invading our visions, threatening death to our entire world. We've got this happening in the sky. She's just gonna gesture that. We have a crazy lich and possibly an undead dragon trying to kill us. We have help that may or may not exist. Possibly coming. Who knows? I kind of just, I'm all for your method today, I think. I think your way is the way to go. I'm tired.
In a way, we can tell Julius at the inn that if someone comes asking for us to go, we're not there to come search us. And you need to see that sent message recipient, right? Send a message.
I think for message,
Hold
I think
on.
sending you don't.
Hold on. Let me just check. It's worth checking. It's worth checking.
Potentially, is it 10,000? Is it 1,000
120
feet? Is it 1,000 feet from us? The inn.
It's within a kilometer, yeah.
Can I write a handwritten note and give it to Cora using Mage Hand and Cora?
Did
Less
it
than a
not?
pound.
Did it not say that they are intangible? I mean, if I thought it said they were intangible when that happened. If not, then
Yes.
then if not, absolutely you can. But I thought it specifically
No, I
laid
think
out that it isn't a familiar. It's basically a cloud. or
it's
a
an
ghost.
object. I have used it as Mage Hand before, but
Yes,
maybe
I-
using the
I
rules
thought
of Mage Hand.
I thought the 1,000 foot thing specified different behavior. I will have a look now while you're talking it through. But
To
either way,
Siri, I
or
will-
you can just take an extra 5 minutes and just say that hey, and we swung by and passed that message on to Julius.
But that's so. I mean, can we not train the stoat to deliver a message? Because this feels like a useful,
If you put
RP.
effort in to
He
engaging
is
with
not
that
an
weasel.
errand boy. He is a cuddle buddy.
It's things like having jobs, creatures,
His job is
sentient
eating
beings.
things and being cute. Yeah, we'll swing by the tavern, though. Asher will grumpily complain to Sarah, "Man, if those guards aren't gonna do anything, I don't know what a tavern owner will do if we go missing." Other than
No,
I don't know, report to
it's
next of kin.
It's not
no,
what
no. It's
Sarah was
if
saying.
it's the lady was coming. Like if like a lady appears at the tavern and goes like, "Hey, where are the four adventurers?" Then they basically it's just in case the
Okay.
woman
I
arrives.
thought you were like, if we go missing, Julius, will you please come get us?
No, it's more like
He
she arrives and
He looks hunky. He's obviously high level. He can go and get you all.
Okay, yeah. We've left word with the front desk.
please forward to the prison. Any messages, forward them to the prison. Where we're going to be arrested.
Do we go in the front? Do we go in the back? What do we want to do?
It is locked.
It is locked. And there were
She with her
guards
silly ass.
stationed outside last time.
Alright. I
I
am
am
so
summoning
tempted to climb
Cora.
up onto this roof and just cast Shatter on some point and just go right through. Oh.
I think I did a perimeter of the prison and there was no other entrances.
I thought there's another entrance.
The doors open.
The doors open by themselves. No. The doors should not open by themselves. This is no. Nope.
I'm gonna
Nope.
point to the others like, so obviously we shouldn't go through the doors that opened for us, right?
The guard just steps out and says, "You have an appointment? You're here to see the warden?"
We're actually here for Hargreaves.
Oh, yes. Is all well?
Yeah. Could you send him out, please?
Sort of. The guard looks around. It's a rather suspicious request. Can you send the mayor of the town out
Is he busy?
into the... I wouldn't know. You're welcome to wait in the hallway, and I'll find out.
I'm gonna look at the others and just step in, stand close to the door.
You're being a little bit spiky. I understand you're suspicious.
I feel spiky. Do you not feel spiky? I feel so spiky, Sarah.
I feel because you're feeling spiky, I'm feeling less spiky. Maybe this is a dynamic we've got going on. When I'm spiky, you're pretty chill, and when I'm chill, you're very. But this is probably a good balance.
This could work. This could work. All right, we voted your way. Yeah, you take the lead. I'm feeling too spiky.
The warden isn't sat on his chair this time, but is talking to the guards, two heavily armoured knights, and looks across you all and grooms his beard a little bit and slicks his fingertips over his pointed ears. And it is delightful to have you back here.
Thank you. We're here to see the Elderman, please. It's urgent.
The Elderman? You know he does not reside here. He resides in Hargreave House.
Yes, but he...
The mayoral house.
I believe he was last seen coming here to investigate some sort of incident. I am very much inciting as we're speaking.
Yeah, Rob. There's been no incident here. There's been, for all accounts and purposes, a conveniently quiet few days, other than the business of yesterday. Maybe you're...
Strange. Strange that there should be no incidents. As I understand it, you're keeping your guard in late shifts today. You must be really busy inside.
Regrettably, well, no, it's more that we're short-staffed. Many have been pulled into the city guard, understandably, in defense of our beautiful town. And so those who are here, we simply can't leave the prisoners to starve. And although I'm sure in more militant places they would put prisoners to the sword in trying times as these, that is not a very Ashburton thing to do. So, dedicated guards working longer shifts, thankless shifts.
Yes, but the alderman is here tonight, correct?
Incorrect.
Otherwise,
I'm agreed.
why would your guard say that he is? That seems rather odd.
Which guard said this?
Did he just say that?
Yeah, he totally. He's
Did
like,
they dream that?
no. He totally did. He was like, yeah. I'll get him.
Who
That
else
would be
my
the
guard said this?
That would be the one who let us in.
The one with the red shield.
Hmm.
Oh no, what you gonna do to
Who
him?
knows? And Cyril steps up to the wooden fence and reaches through and just grabs the guard by the neck and wrenches them through the wooden fence and throws
Can I
them to the
just-
floor.
Do you have any time to react?
I mean, not to in what set mechanically. What? It's not an ally of yours. What? I don't know what you would have.
No, mechanically
Done.
nothing.
Yeah,
But do
and-
I have time now?
Well, it wouldn't be a react now. Are you initiating combat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then.
There's been a violent wrench of someone through a gate. I'm not initiating combat. I'm initiating defense mode. But yes, I am initiating combat.
Hold on. Where's my player handbook? Where do you look at defense mode? You're either continuing this narratively or you are starting combat.
I am starting combat. Please,
again,
can we switch
I
on
will-
turn-based mode?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. And then you're like, nah, man, what I'm actually doing this is defense
No.
mode.
This is BG3. I am clicking turn-based. Like we are entering turn-based. If I don't get there in time, I don't get there in time.
Why would you do that? Okay. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, the guard from the floor sort of gets up, their shoulder clearly fully dislocated, and just... I'm sorry, master.
I was gonna go defend that person, but us in 50 minutes, like as before combat, as in the middle of combat.
Okay. Pick. You are up.
Sure. So Pip will say, "Everybody, just slow down," and he will cast slow.
Speak for yourself, Cyril says with a wave of his hand as your spell just catches. It's just clicked it before you, but he's counterspelled.
Ow, rude.
Oh, rude.
Counterspell.
You counterspell the counterspell.
I counterspell the counterspell.
One of the knights.
Okay, so let me cast slow again. Do not consume a spell slot. Okay. Shit. Can't fit everyone on my screen.
What tiny
There we
monitor
go.
are you using? Oh, you're catching Syrian.
I'm also catching a zombie somewhere. 1, 2,
Interesting.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Where are all these people? 1, 2. Well, I'm not gonna target the zombie because I can't see a zombie. How do I?
For future reference, that doesn't even show up in your in the chat card.
Huh? I think I targeted too many. Fuck me. How many
Should
can
have just eaten the counter spell.
I should have. 6 creatures. My bad. I thought I could get 8. Cast the damn spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who is this? The icons are not the same.
Fucking hell, monkey.
Let's not target that one, I guess.
This really slowed things down. Is it on my head?
Is that all? Oh no, 2 again. Oh, one of them you targeted isn't in the room and is beyond a wall.
Cool.
Fuck, did you just? Do you need to be able to see see an enemy or know that they exist?
I'm sure that I probably do. I just made a
Do you
big
know
square.
what? For I don't know how to play that now. Sure, and there's an extra person in the room now. Let me put them in combat. I'll put him in combat. And that guy. That's the quickest way of doing it. Avoids rolling anything.
Did everyone else pass?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's terrible.
Let me remove that combatant. Okay. So I swapped the knight out with an identical knight. So that's fine. Okay. What else from Pip?
Nothing. Just disgust at how few people that worked on. That is horrendous. Nope, nothing else.
This guard is going to rush over and strike out at Sire with their longsword twice.
Let it say that they were the first aggressor. I moved in defense, not in aggression.
come over. Slash twice. Obsidian.
Sure. Yeah, Obsidian will not really wait for anything. He'll just immediately rush towards the warden as the rage takes on. So let's do that one.
Let me delete some of this wall.
Like through here. Okay, there we go. Let me go here. Striking immediately. Will we? Won't we? Let's see. There's a bunch of them. Yeah, okay. I'll go for advantageous. Just immediately into reckless mode. Hopefully hits. 21.
Hits.
Yeah, okay. I'll do it in a second. And the second one. Well, add a +2 on that first one. And that's unfortunately it, because I cannot move him if I didn't hit him with the second one. I did my bonus beforehand. I have moved. I could move more, but that doesn't really do much. So there we are.
One of his guards leaps up onto the table, almost vaulting over the knight who's glowing with the slow effect, and is going to come in twice with a short sword. Were you reckless, you said, Obsidian?
Yeah.
20 hits.
That hits for sure. I think it just did 7, so doesn't seem like rage does anything right now. I'll see if I can.
Very odd. And second one also hits.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can,
it definitely
you
does
can
more.
manually adjust.
Yeah. +4 plus.
So
Okay.
yeah, leaps over, slashes twice, and then in this blink and you'll miss it blur, for a position that makes no sense, sort of crouched on the table, she just flies backwards onto the steps out of your reach. One of the armored knights closes in on Obsidian, who's the first person through the breach. It's a crit.
Okay.
I'll let you adjust before I do the second one.
Cool. Done.
Siren, you're up.
I would like to make sure that the DM knows that all my attacks are hopefully non-lethal. Just looking to knock some people unconscious. And I'm going to start with this lady over here. Ooh. Hits?
Hits.
Yeah, it's doing that thing where oh crap, it doesn't jump to the bottom.
It's not doing
One.
after that session.
9.
Well,
Unconscious.
Yeah.
I am so glad I said that.
Fall to the floor after your attack.
And then with my second attack, I'll come here, and I'll just do that to
Are you attacking through
9.
through the wooden fence? This is a wooden
Is there
floor to
doing?
ceiling. This is like a cage. Other than
Can I go
behind
through?
Obsidian where he smashed through it. You can attack to go through it, yeah. Or you can Kura swap through it thingy, I imagine.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll go here.
I'll move him, yeah.
And cook. Thanks. And then swap with Cora.
That's 15. Is that your bonus and 15 foot? Or is it just 15? Yeah, you need your bonus.
It's my bonus and 15 foot, yeah.
Okay.
In which case, I will attack the other guy, if that's okay. The warden. Ew. Guessing that's not gonna. It's not target, but oh. Does an 11 in it?
It does.
Okay. Oh, I gotta hear a reaction. 12. Again, all attacks are non-lethal.
Why would you come here and do this?
I believe you're the one that initiated violence, Warden, if you're even that.
Not against you. Terribly uncouth. Oh, sorry, anything else from Siri? That was your bonus.
No.
Attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guard who he had dragged through the wall and thrown to the floor gets up and is going to attack you, Siri. Misses. I'm getting the weird lag from the chat log again, which I haven't had in a long time.
Miss.
2 misses to clear that log, and then we'll also just shimmer back with unusual speed.
Which I'm guessing does not trigger. Oh.
Well, this is technically a disengage, but I believe that Sentinel can still strike out at disengaged things, can't it? So you can make your attack?
I will not.
Okay. The slowed knight will slowly step onto the table and then swing their sword down at Obsidian. One time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, is it still an advantage if they're slow?
I don't know, but it didn't hit anyway.
Cool. Asha, you're up. Oh, sorry, he needs to save to try and shake it off. Oh, it is shooketh. With that 20.
Alright, I'm targeting the warden, and I am just holding my little shield and doing some rail blocks.
That hits. The radiant energy seems to engulf around him more than you were possibly expecting, perhaps not for a moment. And this cloud of just righteous white smoke leaps up for a moment. When it fades, he is glaring at you, not with the same face that he was a moment ago.
There it is.
There it
You
is.
petty little bitch!
As he says that, I'm just gonna whoop,
The
another
other
one.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me just, I'm gonna roll and I'll set him back to what he was after that. Maybe not, 22 is quite nice, I might go over and gear up. Let's have a look, update, combatant, 5. I was having the most wonderful time. Anything else from you, Asher?
Nope, I don't even respond to him. I just send off that second one.
Just in case anybody wants to remind themselves of the art, this is obviously Lord Sanguinar.
The world's most tropey vampire.
Yes. Okay, battle of Masha, yeah?
That's it. Yep.
This guy, very slow. Over the course of his last few seconds, this guard up near the throne has been drawing an arrow. If anyone actually gets hit by this, then they fucking deserve it. And they fire a single arrow at Siri. Oh, it was so nearly nat 20. It was so nearly a nat 20. I'd have been so happy.
It looked like it hit the vampire guy.
Sometimes, some things, when they miss, it goes off kilter. Oh, well, first of all, that person's wisdom save. Quite funny if they get out as well. Nope, they remain. What the hell's happening over here?
Sorry, I was just making a generic template to try and measure. I don't know why it made an effect.
With howling wind? I don't know what it thinks you've cast.
I don't know.
Sanguinar claps his hands. And
And 3.
and 3.
Don't like that. Or that.
3
That's
clouds,
almost the maximum possible number.
3 clouds of glowing red bats suddenly just spring into existence in the room. A delightful game begins then. And with a burst, he vanishes from the midst of you all and appears over near the wall, which he promptly steps through after blowing you a kiss.
Ugh. What? What a dick.
These
You did it,
swarms
guys.
of bats just begin to fill the space. This first one is going to focus on Siri.
Can I say I hate this, but I love the effect.
Top
Like,
of the
this
round.
is
Pip,
cool.
you're up.
Okay.
Well, actually, knowing how this normally goes, we are at the top of a round. Are people wanting to take our break now before we get into the next round?
Sure.
Fine by me.
Yeah? It is 10 past. Return at 20 past if you can. Get back in. Asher is here. She's just invisible.
Yep.
Pip, you're up.
I have just run across the room to an advantageous position, and I'm going to use that advantageous position to cast a spell. What spell, you might ask? It's the spell...
Fireball.
It's Pip's closest equivalent to Fireball. It's Pulse Wave. First timer. Let's see. Let's go. How many of them can I get in?
Including my allies.
That looks like the most people I can get. It will get Sire, but it will also get... Oh, only 2 guards. That is disappointing. But it will also get all the bats. So let's go with that. Not a great damage roll.
You got only one guard, it would
There
seem.
are
Damn
no
it.
components to this spell at all. I was unhappy
Hey,
that
you
that
made
you
the
weren't
spell.
shouting something new. So I was looking to see if there was a verbal component to give you bullshit, but it has no elements. It just fucking happens, does it?
It does. It has verbal and somatic
Oh,
components.
but what do you say?
Well, I didn't know it had verbal and somatic components until now.
Henry, you're
I will
so
think of some. I'm sure the somatic components are him doing like some kind of big clapping motion and blasting out. So the pulse wave, intense pressure, unleashed in a 30-foot cone. Pulls or pushes creature or object. Each creature in that cone has a concentration saving throw. Failed save. Every creature that fails to save is pulled 15 foot towards you or pushed 15 feet away. So let's say they are pushed 15 feet away.
And this
Anyone who's
includes
saved,
Siri, yeah?
anyone who's saved and is alive.
One more, Siri?
Oh, also,
Just I'm under the
objects.
bat.
Yeah, 1 second.
If there are any unsecured objects that are completely within the cone, they are also pushed away. Yeah, sorry, Siri.
Sure,
I was
bit
just
of stuff.
helping you catch up with Lord Sanguinar.
A couple of bits on the desks are flung off, but yeah, 2 of the swarms are just obliterated. What
Should've
else
lowered
from
it.
you?
I've got an obsidian. No, obsidian. Pip, I think, is just a little bit now stands there a little bit stunned that he just wreaked that havoc, and probably only now realizes that he hit Siray and is like, Siray, are you okay?
He's on it again. Obsidian.
What in the absolute hells has just transpired? Obsidian will stand there, shooketh for a moment, and then we'll just go with a swing to his left. Oh, if I could only click on Obsidian, that would be great. Okay, I'll just click from here. Let's go for a normal one. I do not believe Obsidian got the memo regarding the non-lethalness of our attacks, by the way.
Okay.
So he will go with a second one, seeing that. Well, definitely did not get the memo.
Good damage too.
2 heavy blows upon this man. So they are the knights. So what sort of armor do they have? What does it look like? Is it more platey or more melee?
Bit more plating.
It's dented.
Okay, sure, yeah. I imagine some of those plates are now sticking out from in various angles
Mm-hmm.
from where the blow fell.
Anything
Crumpled
else from
body
you?
falls to the floor. Sense. Oh, right, yeah. I will step a little bit ahead. The swarm is just
Through-
everywhere, yeah, just
Yeah, yeah.
squatting that. Obsidian will keep looking to the left, sort of towards the guard who was the. I mean, who's the cause of all this, really?
Yeah.
If we think about it. Run! We'll just bark towards that man. Alright, yeah. And that's probably it. I don't think I want to go anywhere further. Just sort of trying to get a better look where Sira is through the bats.
This guy's gonna try and withdraw away from you, Siri. Are you going to?
What do they look like? As in, like, is she scared? Is she aggressive? Is she?
She looks defensive and kind of strafes around you, trying to stay out of reach of your sword, and then she looks to dart away and leave the room.
No. It'll be as in, like, I'm gonna attack her.
Okay, roll. The one to your right.
Not letting her regroup. Or maybe I am. My heart's not in it.
with, again, unnatural speed, she just zips underneath your blade and then just seems to, without moving her feet, just almost drift backwards across the floor, where she just turns and wrenches the door open. She will then just step up to the side
dear.
and leave it there. As yeah, she reveals a room full of others. Well, add to initiative. Siri, you're up. I will give you, just in case you can't see from here as well, the undead, you see in that room, there's like basically a big holding cell taking up most of the wall. The undead that you can see are inside the holding pen.
I see. So it's just the guards.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. I'm just gonna let them. Like, Cora's gonna fly over 30 feet. Oh.
Yep.
Oh no.
15, 20, 21, 30. Yep.
Oh no. It crashed. It's all
We
frozen.
need to get you on that gaming PC, man. Okay, so you moved Cora over. Tell me verbally what you want to do while you're rebooting.
Please, could I attack the knight on the door twice? Or once if he dies.
Okay, I will roll it through you. First one is a nat 1, which misses. 2 nat 1s in a row. Second one is... That was so nearly a nat 1. The second one's a 15, which misses. So yeah, Kura zips over, but 2 blows that are ineffectual. Anything else?
Would
from
you kindly... Yes, could I kindly second wind? And roll high!
Rolling second wind. You rolled a total of 12.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay. The prison guard who Obsidian said run to flashes a wicked grin and is going to run and attack him. You're not reckless at the moment, are you, Obsidian?
No. I will be soon.
Misses. They missed twice.
Bit of a miscalculation, it would seem.
And then they zip back with that speed. Knight swings once and hits. Swings again. Crits.
Fuck me.
Well, if they are to crit, it's best that they do it against Obsidian.
Adjust those as you need to.
Adjusted.
And then he will remain here. So, the knight who had come to the doorway and been attacked by Cora is going to lash back at this strange cloud that had attacked him. Nat 1. And a 9. 2 misses. Asha, you're up.
Mechanical question. Can I share space with Cora?
I think we've established no. You can pass through him, but you can't just stay in the same one as him.
Okay.
So that you can squeeze. It uses double movement for that square. Is what we've done before.
So if I step into a space, as long as I step out, I'm
Uh-huh.
fine. Alright. I am going to bonus action expeditious. I'm going to run up.
Well, if you're going through the only hole in the fence, that is here.
Where did Sarah go through earlier? Did she just
Where?
go through that same?
Thing. Well, yes, like Chikura zipped through.
Oh, okay. Alright, fine. Then I will. Sure. We'll deal with this first. And I am going to. Word of Radiance. Right here, once I get here. On hopefully the Swarm and this guy next to me.
Hasn't prompted it from the guy. Did you not have him targeted?
Well, it's just cast on self.
Should also target everyone in range.
So.
Yeah, it should have targeted the bats automatically.
Yeah.
But it didn't. Okay, so I'll make him do a DC 5 con save. He rolled a 6.
Okay, so.
Is it half or nothing on a pass? I can't remember.
I think it's.
Wait, how is the DC 5? What?
The damage was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the damage was 5, so he fails.
It's a cantrip, so no damage if the bat's passed.
Cool. So bats passed, he failed. So
Okay.
5 damage.
Yep.
The flames leap up on him in a way that you are surprised at. He is engulfed.
Okay.
And what was he on? Yeah, he is dead. He burns in a way that humans should not.
Cool. I will step forward then so that I'm, like, through the hole.
Okay. The archer is not smart enough to know that Pip is the source of their woes, so is going to shoot at Obsidian. For a third nat 20 against Obsidian in this combat from Joe Slow.
Joe Slow has his moment.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
plus
just,
6.
That's just piercing if you want to adjust. That's all
Yep.
you can do.
Forward.
Lord Sanguinar. Steps back through the wall. And is going to strike out with claws at Ciri.
Of course he is.
Oh, he was targeting a prison guard still. How? And then he moves to just leap forward and bite you, Ciri. Also missing.
I wish there was a reaction for that, but there isn't.
But yeah, feedback to the wall.
Oh, he's going back?
Yeah.
Don't I have my reaction?
Didn't you just say that you don't have your action?
My reaction? No, I don't have. I have my reaction back. It's been my turn since, right?
What did you mean when you said, I wish I had a reaction for that?
Oh, for missing.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you want, he goes to. Well, so he's here, and then he steps away. I don't know how it works, as he isn't leaving your. By the time he leaves your space, you can't see him.
Oh, he's only halfway through.
Yeah. Okay, make an attack then.
Wait. Like,
She's gonna miss anyway.
Wow.
wow. Yeah, I mean, here I am troubleshooting. Oh no.
God.
Fucking hell, GG.
The I'm actually logging into my game PC
Okay,
right as
so
we
I'm
speak, but
so I'm making the passkey.
yes.
I'll see now. If it misses, it's rigged.
That sounded chunky.
That sounds
A
like
hit.
it's a hit. Yep.
A hit.
So his speed. Well, let's do damage first.
And his speed is 0, right?
His speed is 0.
Ha! Eat that, Lord Sanguinar.
So you cut him off as he goes to step through the wall, and just sort of a few swipes to prevent him, and he just.
I'd like to tangle his little cape and kind of like pull it back.
Yeah, absolutely. So you grab him by the cape, yank him back. He is going to scoff at you, and oh, you
He left.
you're not logged in, are you? Yeah, he disappears in a cloud.
Did he teleport to a space that he can see?
He did
Yep.
teleport to a space he can see.
He teleported to a space I can see.
Oh.
But he can no longer summon bats now. Now he's done that. It's a shame. That was an interesting turn. The bats will check, isn't it? With Swarm, it doesn't say one creature. Is it all people who are within the Swarm, or does the Swarm still target one person?
I don't recall.
I have never actually used
Depends on the
Swarm for
specific
anything other than
thing, I imagine.
yeah.
I always used just rat swarm, and it was usually.
Because it normally says, like,
target,
one
right?
creature, and it doesn't. It just says reach 5 foot, which I think might be everybody within.
Where's the bat swarm from?
5e does a swarm attack everybody within.
Definitely a feature of Pathfinder in many
Every
cases.
creature within their space or reach, but only once per turn. Cool. So yeah, Obsidian and Asher. I'll move it out, so it makes one of these. Oh, only did it for Asher. Right, go figure. Let's roll it for Obsidian as well.
Okay.
That's them. This guy steps up and is going to shoot an arrow at Siri. Which misses. Oh, but I have multi-purpose. So unused to them being slow. No, he doesn't. This guy. You're just down. Cool. Top of a round. Pip, you're up.
Well, Pip can't see much. Well, can't see the Lord Sanguinar. Can't pass through this barrier. Has used far too many spell slots for not very much. It's not going great. I don't really want to. I want to. Well, I do want to move through into the next zone, but I don't want to move into range of a bunch of bats. So I will keep. Will move here, and he's going to grab a vial of acid from his pocket and hurl it through the fence using catapult.
With a nat 1, you hit the fence right now. You just spray it all
Splashes
over.
everywhere.
Ah!
Okay.
My face! They saved
Did
an
it
18.
hit? Okay. So the fun thing about catapult is if it misses,
It
it
keeps
carries on
going.
going. So I will do it on the next guy.
Who has a lower AC at the moment? That's not a save, is it?
It is a save.
For a deck save, aren't they lowered as well?
Yeah,
Maybe.
-2. Which I can see it has already taken into account on the roll before I click it.
Okay.
A very poor damage roll though. Oh, but still. Nice. A vial of acid
Oh.
smashes into his face and
Someone is
burns him
connected.
to a crisp.
Chija. Oh, okay.
That is a funny face. Screenshot.
Anything else from Pip?
I don't want to be out of movement on my next turn, so I think I will move a bit closer to the gap in the fence. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'll kind of wait there, hoping the bats are going to be gone soon.
This knight brings himself up in front of Lord Sanguinar. Obsidian.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. I just need to check one thing. There to there. Okay, so this is rough. I don't recall if this bots could hit. Okay, first of all, yeah, we will swing at the bots just to try and deal with
Do you
that.
need to move him for targeting, or is it good?
No, it's fine. Normal, I think. It's fine. It's
Very much hit.
+2. Normal. Just a wide arc swing, I guess. Takes a bunch of butts mid-flight. And with that falling to the side, we'll just move to this boy. Yeah, won't do that. That's right. And you know what?
You
We
use your
will-
birthday inspiration.
I don't want to use it on this. I will just unarmed strike as a bonus action,
Yeah. Misses.
which unfortunately also misses, apparently. Okay,
I will
yeah.
react
Oh,
to that.
Hold their own.
reacts.
I
How's your
will do a chronal shift on the maul attack. So you re-roll.
Roll it again and must take it. Oh no.
Okay,
Oh!
that seems to be better. +2, I guess. 13.
Dead.
Okay, which leaves me 30 feet of movement. Unfortunately, doesn't get. Well, you know what? We'll just get that way. Okay. And good.
This guard is going to try and slash out at Kura twice.
Yep.
First one.
Oops.
Cora poofs out. And then, yeah, she will rush to Obsidian.
Who is not reckless.
Not reckless. And then she will try to back up. Don't know if
Can
you
I or
swing.
can I not?
You can. She does not
Okay, cool.
invoke burst.
Wonderful. Normal it would be. Fails.
Sire, you are up.
I don't like this guy. I don't know if he's coming or going. But I'm going to summon Cora right there, if that's 30 feet from me. Is it? No, it's way too far. Okay.
50 feet.
That's okay. That's okay. I didn't take the measurements. Let's do. Is it? I'm gonna put him here. Then, as my bonus action, with my action, I would like to come and now using 2 keyboards. Okay, now go and hit. Oh dear. Surely.
Nope.
The hit. God damn it. Okay, well, let's do it again. Oh my god!
Nope.
Uh, let me step out of the way.
What else from you?
I swear. Nothing. That's it. It's gonna be conservative.
God is going to try and strike at Cora. Nat 20. Cora, you just feel return to that ether from which you're able to summon him, and you know that he was snuffed out in the other room. Asher, you're up.
Yeah. I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna blast that chick.
Eldritchly or regally?
Regally.
That hits. Fucking incinerated against the wall.
Cool.
You see, as she tries to get away and sort of push back from the pain, she goes against the wall and she almost clambers a couple of steps up the wall unnaturally before she just crumples to ash.
So that was a
That's one
cantrip.
blast, yeah.
So I can still do a leveled spell. And I'm just gonna reach over and slap Obsidian's shoulder. Is that you good, man?
Ooh. Oh.
And then,
Suddenly ready for more.
And then I'm gonna. Let's see. There we go.
Can I grab a tomato?
Is that all from you?
That's it for me.
Pip, you're up.
Pip is up. Pip will make his way through. Oh, the door is shut now. I don't want to be the one to open the
wasn't
door.
Before. It was, oh, that door over there, yeah. I thought you meant the fence.
Okay, so that's 25 feet from where I started. I will bonus action bunny hop. Boing. I wish that had a sound effect. Which is 15 feet. and then I'd like to boot the door open.
Cool. The second you do, the archer in the middle of a room, who've been holding their action, just fires one at you. The second the door opens. A 20. Will you react?
I have already used my reaction, so I shall have to decline.
That's all. As you went.
The
Door open.
the guy who I had slowed is dead now, right?
Yes.
So I will roll that
Through
anyway.
your vial of acid did it.
Cool, and I will use my remaining 5 feet to move. Yeah.
Did you just roll something now again?
No, that was
off?
just my concentration,
Okay.
which I deliberately disadvantaged so it would remove
Ah.
it, which it did. But yes.
Can't you right-click the concentration off of yourself and it drops it from anyone else who thinks it?
Yeah, I could actually. I haven't actually used an action. I probably should use an action. I will catapult again, but this time I will just see some debris on the floor or whatever, or grab something random and just hurl a rock straight down the line.
Is this disadvantageous because you're doing it in melee at this point?
It's a save, so nothing doesn't do anything to me.
Okay.
Doesn't
so
look like anything to me.
Thank you, Banana.
Damage.
This guy
Okay.
fails. A rock takes him heavily in the middle of the helmet.
Yeah, and I step
Amazing
aside
speed
slightly,
just-
but I'm still in a somewhat precarious situation.
Okay. Let them out. He dashes, but he cannot. Obsidian.
He cannot let them out, huh? Well. Oh, those. Okay. 5, 10, 15. Bash a skull. Think how many there are. You know what? This might call for an advantageous one. So, going reckless. Pushing past the bunny. Crack a skull up to 30 and cannot really get there. Yeah, because that thing is for the start of combat only. Sure. We'll just get in this guy's face then. Hopefully Siri can do something. Advantageous still. Oh. Well, +2 though. So,
+2.
yeah, double the dice, essentially.
Dead.
Oh! That's a surprise to be sure, but the welcome one. We'll move 10 feet more. Just rushing towards that guy. That is it, though.
Siri. God, there's a lot of blood in that first room.
5 feet.
Yep.
10, 15 feet.
You might need to move the mic a little closer to your mouth if you can.
I will need to turn you up.
Cannot.
That helps a bit.
That is the length of it. Here. Summon Cora. Whee! Attack through Cora!
Okay.
I am now screaming. Please tell me if it's too loud.
No, it's good.
It is not, decidedly.
Yeah, it is definitely not too bad.
Crap. Okay. Well.
First one misses.
Yeah!
Second one's a nat 20.
Yeah!
Remember to click critical damage. Remember to click critical damage.
She totally did.
Dead.
Nice.
He's
Is the lock still locked?
Oh yeah. He's there with keys and just. On the other side is just a group of ghouls rotting in tattered prisoner guards shaking, clawing through at you, not able to get out or reach.
Well done.
What else from you?
I've moved Kura 5 feet away. That's it.
Asha von Vasha.
I'm gonna move a little closer and peek my head in here.
There is blood and carnage and ghouls.
Let's see, how much was that? That was. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna just target that guy. And do a regal blast on him.
Just in case it informs your decision, did you get that they're locked away in a cage at the moment? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just checking.
What's the cage made of?
Licorice. Metal. It's a holding cell for a
we
prison.
just saw a wooden cage, so.
Yeah, this is metal.
No, because that bastard will fucking Misty step in here.
Okay, roll damage.
Yeah. I'd say just leave him, but he seems like a son of a bitch.
Hits.
Hits. And then I will do a second one. And I also want to knock him back 10 feet. I'm gonna move. Let's see. I need to do there we go. Down there. Okay, that's it for me.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. We all left the room. He'd been coming in and out right here. Of course he's gonna come do that. Shadow
And
Strike.
There's a moment just whoosh, claws. Do you react? Can you react?
Shield. I can react.
Not the ears.
Taking you to what? Where are you?
Worry about it.
Anyway, he falls. Oh yeah, because it all applies. Cool. When he falls, it will bite. That was so near that 20 for me. And then he will withdraw for the wall unless you have. Oh, you have no reaction now. So,
True.
You might need to pick on a less. Never mind. And a less hearty target.
Pip will definitely have shrieked out already when that happened. Like, ah! He will step forward.
I want him
So that
shrieking like Ned with purple drapes.
Some of your Simpsons references are too obscure.
Old. Oh. You do the Simpsons. Well,
That's because they always are. Yeah, seeing this, I will move into the room, largely to not be on my own. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I guess I would have shut the door on my way in.
okay.
Oh, I don't want to hold a spell though because it burns it even if the trigger doesn't happen, doesn't it? I'll cast a cantrip on a ghoul because fuck ghouls, am I right? Called Trementis! And yeah, he'll quickly pass on. Ah, Sanguinar tried to get me outside the room. The door's shut now, though.
Obsidian.
Well, Obsidian will just halt, turn on his heel, and rush straight towards the doors. Can he just open them?
Yeah.
Apparently, yes. Right. Nothing here. That's pretty bad, considering there's nothing else to hit. We are still going with the past rules, I understand. Oh, you know what? Does that work? Let me recheck this rage
I
quickly.
have no idea who he's talking about. Oh, is he running out of steam?
I mean, hopefully not. When you make a melee weapon attack, yeah, it's. I mean, I cannot by the old rules. So yeah, I cannot do anything because it requires a melee attack as well. So I cannot even throw something at a zombie to keep it at a ghoul to keep it going. Yeah, so I guess then we'll just stay somewhere near this door, maybe. Yeah. And his turn there, and I think Rage will. Oh well, for
Would
the
you
next
dash?
turn.
You might get hit.
Where?
Oh, you know, there's a door in front of you.
Do I just stand next to a ghoul so that it can attack me? I don't think I can open a second one technically,
No,
right?
option
Because that's a
direction.
secondary up. Yeah,
Did you say you've got no throwing weapons?
that doesn't matter because I have to hit someone in melee.
Oh, it has to be melee. Oh.
Yeah. The old rules was savage or severe for barbarians. So that's
Go
where
from
we
you,
end.
yeah?
Yeah, well,
Zero, you're up.
I will helpfully open the door.
So, as you open the
my
door, there is a creature there. It is clearly
Yeah.
undead.
Yeah.
It is large, like an insectoid gorilla. These
What?
huge claws, like rakes and shovels on it. Everybody who can see it can immediately make me a nature check to see if they know what this is or was.
A genre twist is what it is. We went from horror to sci-fi. 8, 2.
Surprisingly low from Pip.
Yep.
Siri reads a lot of monster books.
Row.
Obsidian. The anticipation is killing me. That's what I thought. Obsidian, from your time on the mountains, you would know of these creatures. They are Umber Hulks, large underground dwelling beasts which are powerful psionics which can confound and confuse their victims as they burrow from beneath. From your time in the mountains and hearing what other sort of happens of clans and roving hordes of goblins and hobgoblins, you would know that some organised, unseemly sorts have employed or have managed to use and almost domesticate Umber Hulks as living siege weapons, particularly for digging and tunnelling into places. This one is clearly undead, which is not something you've experienced before. Sire, I think you would recognise the physiology from your lessons and would know that this is a extremely physical brawler and a phenomenal digger. I will now add it into initiative as the door is wrenched open.
Oh dear.
Beautifully, it is next. Anyway, so you open the door, Sire, and that is there.
Okay, I just Yep. Cora is going to eagerly. You cannot take this action while the game is paused. Could you please pause the game, DM?
Yes.
Cora is going this way, and then that way. And gonna take the form of a very thin rapier, as Fear's attacks are channeled through their form. Trying to pierce that carapace. Ooh, hopefully finding some
That's
purchase.
What did you roll? 27?
I did.
Outrageous.
And I'll do it again.
Same
Another
exact roll.
27. My
Please not a-
God.
Oh god, for terrible, terrible damage. Do I want to do something else? No, but I will step back a little bit, let it come to me, and just be careful of Pip. Well, do I have that movement? I think so, actually. Yeah, okay. It's not, it was, yeah. Do I? I think so. It's not
Okay.
tracking it.
This cloud thing is in its face, turning to swords and attacking it. So first of all, it is going to try slash out at that, which fails. Slash out again,
Oops.
which hits for a poofs out. How many attacks does it have? Yes, it has one more. So it's just huge flurry of massive, powerful limbs, and yeah, Kura explodes into dust, and it comes forward and attacks one more. You're not reckless, are you? That's almost certainly a miss. Oh, only just. Then those two little red eyes on the front, and like this weird flickering pattern erupts out into the room from it. Let me place my template. How is Mr. Death not included in this? Oh, because I'm not doing it from inside the creature.
Because he's a player.
What?
Obsidian would be included. You idiot.
It's prompted the roll automatically.
Yep.
Oh shit,
It's
yeah.
dead.
Oh, crikey. God.
Mhm. It's
my
the
thingy.
wisdoms.
Get wrecked,
Oh
nerds.
dear. So, the DC was 14. Obsidian fail, Asher fail.
Wait, I'm doing my thingy.
What's your thingy?
Where
Oh,
I
she
can
does have thingies, to be fair.
reroll or what the fuck ever. It's no longer my favorites though.
Anyway, while she's remembering that, Obsidian and Sire
Oh.
both become confused.
You know what? I think this is the time for
Is
the
it birthday time? Reroll
bi-
it.
inspiration. Yeah. Bit of a sure.
God,
Okay,
that's
so
not gonna be
Obsidian
enough,
remains
is it?
confused. Is that 5 added onto your roll, is it?
Yep.
That still falls short. So everyone except Pip is confused. Pip's mind
I'm very
is a
confused.
fortress. Is confused, not an effect?
Nope.
Huh. How weird. Okay. So anyway, people who are confused can't take reactions until the start of the Umberhulk Zombie's next turn, and the target rolls a d8 to determine what it does on its next turn. Anyway, that's the end of its turn. Asher, it's your turn. Roll a d8. You do nothing. You stand there drooling slightly. That was your turn. Pip, you're up.
Is the drooling actually on the table?
No, that's my own personal favourite. You can.
I would like to grab Sire by the arm and shake her a bit. Sire, snap out of it. Does it help?
Don't believe that it does. I think it's only sleep.
What?
I am happy to take sage advice if we find it, because
I mean, I don't know anything about Umberhulks. Normally, the
I mean, it's just
ability
like-
would
it's
have
just
something like.
it's
"Ooh."
basically the effect of a confusion spell. And why I was surprised there wasn't a condition for it. But yeah, I know you can like slap and you can spend your action to slap someone awake. But nothing is listed in this ability at all.
Interesting. Okay, well, then I shall use magics, I think.
Yeah, the confusion spell also doesn't list that in. I think that's literally just sleep that has that.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's
You're thinking of-
also
you're thinking
some
of
other
every
things.
video game where like attacking
Well,
someone is
also
confused.
things like if you get set on fire, you can take an action to
Yeah.
douse or whatever. So it depends, but if it doesn't say it, it doesn't say it. I will target it and cast Banishment.
What? Two. Surely that's a fail. Tell us what happens.
Well, I definitely verbally say something. However, I totally forgot to
Then it
update
doesn't happen.
my newest
Doesn't happen now.
spells. It does happen. I draw the correct pentacle in the air with my with one hand whilst grabbing. Oh, actually, no, that's a material component. I apparently have a tiny pentacle as a material component for my component pouch, and I draw a symbol in the air. So, being extremely uncharismatic, the Umberhulk zombie pop, and it vanishes from sight. It is banished to a harmless demiplane, unless it is extra planar, which I doubt it is.
No, it is not. What's the duration on that?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. Oh, there's a banish effect. Is that a banish effect? Cool. It's. That doesn't seem. Do you know what? I'm gonna. Does it
Sure.
remain in place? Or is it gone?
When it comes back, it would be in the same spot.
Cool.
It can come back eventually.
It's gone. It just almost cut like almost black holes in on itself into gone. Everyone's still confused though.
They are. And there's no way I'm going to step through the door first. So Pip will... Oh god, I don't want to step in any direction. Every direction is dangerous. What? Two ways have an open door, one way has zombies, and another way has another closed door. I stay exactly where I am. I don't want to move.
I better also add these guards in, hadn't I?
No. They were just peasants. They don't look like guards.
The door was open. Okay, so that's all from Pip, yeah?
Yep.
Obsidian, roll me a d8. Oh, he's already on it. The target makes a melee attack against a random creature within its reach, or does nothing
None.
if it can't make such an attack. Cool. Siri, roll a d8.
No, not an 8. Not an 8. Not an 8. Just anything but an 8. Okay.
At the end of
Oh,
Obsidian's
that was it.
turn, he needs to make the
I
save
think
again.
7 does the same thing.
He doesn't. It just lasts until the end of the Umberhulk's next turn. It's not a save on your roll
okay.
thing. But he's
But it will
banished.
never get
He's
to her.
banished, yeah, so it's not his turn. No. Okay, that's all from Siri. Umberhulk's turn.
So, 2
it's
does nothing?
banished. Siri just stands there.
Alright,
breathes
drilling.
for a
Perfect.
turn. But now it's the end of the Umberhulk's turn, even if it's not here. Your mind snap back to, and you find that the creature is gone. Nobody is confused anymore.
I'm very confused. It's gone. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
It'll be back if I lose concentration. Or within a minute.
That misses. He is going to hold his action. He is going to inexplicably run straight for Pip. No, he's going to go for Obsidian in the doorway. I'm going to move the Umberhulk just so it isn't constantly being a pain in the arse in the doorway, but not. Misses.
Lucky break.
And misses. Asher.
Okay. Okay.
You're up.
I can see that bitch right there. Now that this door is open, so I'm gonna pivot away from targeting the zombies for a second, and I'm gonna do her. Maybe not.
This is
I'll try again. Terrible roll.
very hits.
Okay. Oh. Looked like it was gonna be more damage for a second.
Still killed her.
Alright. Cool.
And she had a family and everything.
Yep.
Yep. Then I'm gonna move around. And just kind of what I'm trying to do is she's sweeping to see who else she can see. Okay.
Getting closer, as only Kura has fairly been too close before. Through these ghouls, you see a figure on the bench. I didn't have any sort of better token for it, but you recognize the dead figure of Elderman Hargreaves on the bench.
Yep, okay. I'm not going to say anything right now. We can deal with that later or when he wakes up and tries to kill us. Okay. So I have just positioned myself. I'm just gonna scoot back, making sure that I am out of reach of any grabby hands through the bars, because I've seen movies. Okay. And that's it for me for now.
Okay. Dash to there. Do nothing. Pip, you're up.
Indeed. I will. Don't want to use my precious spells. I'll mind sliver one of the prison knights in front of Obsidian with a Culture Mentis. Did he pass?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh.
Don't think so. Dice is sitting on a 5 for me. Yeah, he
I
failed.
too will move slightly. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. I'm going to stand behind Siri and crouch down a little bit.
Okay. Obsidian.
Alright. Obsidian will go on and try and get rid of those. Yeah, we'll go. Advantageous one. The rage is unfortunately gone, I'm pretty sure. If the round with the ghoul throw didn't do it, then surely the Amber Hulk Days did the job. Right, one down. And the other one missed. That is unfortunate. Sure. Which means that Obsidian will definitely not be moving, so because I was hoping to move him first. Yeah, all good. 2
Alright.
swings, and that's it.
Siri wanted to move forward to Obsidian, but she can't leave Pip alone. But luckily, Cora manifests and again this time as a longsword, and tries to cut the head of this guard, but misses. I assume with 2. Doesn't mean they can't try again. Quite good at that. Hit. No,
Misses,
19
apparently.
does not hit. Tedious. Very tedious.
Asha.
Hold on. I'm just gonna
Oh,
move there.
okay.
There you go.
Asha, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna tuck here.
This is a very Fire Nation. One miss.
Where I can see this guy.
Hits.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He bursts into flame, screaming, fall to the floor. Just a heavy clatter of a helmet with obsidian. You look down and you see, thank you for 10 years of dedicated service, embossed on the helmet.
No! Is it Albert? Is it Albert?
Not anymore. It's pound
Probably.
dust now.
I mean, surely there's more than one person in this whole thing, you know, who had that.
Give me things out.
Just for added measure, I'm gonna send off my second one at that original guy that I blasted.
Which original guy? Oh, one of the ghouls.
Never mind. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Don't you dare. Where is it popping up?
Pip!
Pippity bippity boo. Was that door always open? Yes, it was. Okay, I can't see anything dangerous at the moment, so I will let the others know. We've still got 48 seconds before the Umber Hulk's returning. And he will hold an Eldritch Blast for if Lord Sanguinar appears again. But he will stay there.
Okay. Obsidian.
Well, what are we doing then? Are we delving deeper, or do we want to not disengage?
Are we allowed to respond? Because then Cora would absolutely be swirling and saying there's another one in there. So like Cora, you see Cora swirling, agitated, and Sirius says like, Cora says there's another guard in there.
I mean, I imagine that ends Obsidian's turn anyway. Like he's didn't see that in his turn.
Since Obsidian's near Pip, she's gonna move. Are you in range? No, that's 35 feet. Nee. But I do have a crossbow. I'm gonna take.
Can
I
Cora attack as a ranged?
No, but I can.
Oh, so you're shooting. Okay.
But I can't. Oh, I can now. Click. There's too many corpses over here.
I've lost Siri on mine.
Oop, that misses. Can you do
Oh,
two
it's
attacks with a
zero.
crossbow?
Yeah, it's a weapon attack.
Yes, weapon attack. I just never know with like loading and whatever. Hits! Does not hit! My god. They
He's
spent
just
too much
stood there
XP.
with his shield up. Takes both on it.
I'm gonna step forward. Do I step forward? No,
Yeah, he
it can
looks
come
at-
to me.
He continues to dig in. He clearly is not being drawn from this doorway.
He's digging in? Sorry.
As in, he's digging in. He's not taking the bait. He's remaining here in a defensive position.
Sure.
Asha.
Yep. I'm running in there. Take a peek.
Blast them!
Yeah.
No!
Terrible roll. Also, not a great roll. Cool. Well, I ran in here. Hope everything works out great for me. That's it.
Through the doorway, not passing through it, but coming through the doorway, Sanguinar comes out. My suspicious little trollop. That's a long dice roll for me. First one misses, and then comes in with a bite. 19 on the bite.
I don't think that'll work. It's asking me if I want to do shield, but I feel like it would still plus
Yeah,
5.
it would-
it
Yeah,
would
still fail.
Yeah. God damn it! I don't want to become a vampire. This is.
He is nourished by an amount. And then he will step back. I don't know if you have a... oh, you already reacted to shield.
No, I didn't use it. I will absolutely hit it.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, cool. What are you
Yeah.
reacting with?
I have.
You don't have Warcaster, do you? So I think it only has to be whatever little melee weapon you have.
Yeah. Which is just my hand axe that I've just always got on my belt
Go
and
for it, then.
rarely use.
Make a hand axe attack.
Okay.
Oh my god, hits!
Fuck this bitch, yes.
Hits! As he turns, he's getting between the shoulder
Oh.
blades of the axe.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Oh dear. And he just looks over his shoulder and gives you a... "Huh!" And then
I ruined his outfit though.
goes through... Did you even scratch the fabric? That is the bottom of a round. That is our usual stopping time. Do we need to wrap there, or do we have facility? Yeah. Okay. We will pick up next week in the midst of this combat.
Dum dum dum.
Yeah. That is... I will say to you, who do we have? You do hear a call, not from further in the building, but from behind you. Of just, declare yourselves! Who lives here? And
From further
Interesting.
in the building?
no, from back towards the entrance where you entered.
Who lives here?
And yeah, we will pick up next time. Thank you very much, everybody, for a fun, also very combat-heavy session. Goodbye.
Right.